What's up, guys? Pretty excited. Today we are going to be unboxing a bunch of stuff from the Shoemakers Academy. I'd like to start off by saying thank you, and also making shoes, making sneakers, I should say specifically, is a skill that you need to learn a lot on your own or through videos like this. And there's not that many outlets of places here in the States where you can get everything you need, but Shoemakers Academy has all the stuff that you need to start making sneakers on your own. And that is the way that you're going to be able to build the skills in order to do it. So let's get into what they sent me, and we'll see what we got. Alrighty. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna put this to the side and take stuff out one by one. That way the box isn't all up in my face. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this is actually super freaking cool. So this is a material breakdown of these Vans Classics. Okay, one being the slip-on and one being the tie-on. But basically, when you cut one in half, you really get to see what makes up the shoe, you know, and that's pretty cool. So we got both of those in here. We're definitely going to go over these in another video, which you will see. We're going to be making some of this stuff, okay, and it's going to be cool. Shoemakers Academy branded box here. Says Last Jack small. So these are the pieces for the lasting jack. Oh my goodness, this is nice and heavy. This is not a cheap piece of material. This thing might be heavier than the lasting post that I already own. Just the whole post. Assembly on this is going to be pretty straightforward. And one super cool thing about this particular post is that we have adjustable tips here depending on the last that you use, which is great because some of my lasts do not fit some of the posts that I have. So that's very cool. See the indentation there? Pop that puppy right in there. Really, really nice, thick, beautiful frosted metal. And like I said before, we have a couple different options depending on the last that you're using. The holes or the connections in those lasts are not always the same depending on the manufacturer. So, and I've run into this situation many times. So it's nice to have the option of having you know, more than one lasting post tip to use. So that's great. I'll just put this one in here for now while we go on to the next thing. Look at that. That was real easy to put together. Beautiful. We have some shoe lasts here to take a look at here. So as you can see, what I was talking about before, this shoe last, the post, is actually a little bit too big for this particular shoe last, right? Which is something that I have run into many times, but is really nice to have the option to just be able to switch this thing out with one that fits. It's awesome. Boom. Beautiful. Then you can go ahead and open and close your last, no problem. This one should be pretty easy. Pretty easy, right? I don't even really need to, because the weight of everything on here is so good. I don't even really need to bolt this down to use this. You know, it's working really well. The Tendo hinge is really nice and smooth. We're looking pretty good. Size 10.5, size 11. See what else we got in here. Here's a Stan Smith. Here's a classic Stan Smith shoe. If we are going to be making a Stan Smith shoe, what better example to have than an actual Stan Smith shoe? There's that Tennis Pro. Okay, and inside here we have DIY shoemaking kit, nubuck brown, size 11. DIY shoemaking materials kit. Let's see what we got in here. Shoemaker Academy build kit. Okay, and here we have the pattern. Now, this is absolutely incredible and vital for a beginning shoemaker or beginning sneaker maker. We don't really have the resources here in this country to you know, go get an apprenticeship with a shoemaker or anything like that. You're gonna have to be pretty much self-taught, and being self-taught is a rite of passage here in this country, and this is just such a vital way to do it, to basically have everything you need in one kit. I love these cup outsoles. These are really pretty. 3 sets of laces. White, tan, and black. Here's some board lasting. Looks like an insole. And then beautifully pre-cut pieces of leather. This is nubuck leather. Knit is just really nice and thick and really good quality stuff here. This looks like the tongue part. We're going to be doing these kits together in other videos. Okay, but it is really cool to see what you can get when you order one of these kits. Now, that's not all. We also have in the kit we have leather needles. We have punches. We have grommets. We have thread. We even have invisible ink. Okay, so we can punch out our holes and do it nice and neatly. We can have grommets or bezels or whatever you want to call it as part of our lace holes. A much easier to handle stitching awl. It's awesome, all in one kit. We're going to be doing this one together. A lot of fundamental aspects of shoemaking to make a sneaker that you're going to be able to teach yourself with this kit. And here's all the materials that you would need to make a shoe. Oh, we've got foam, we've got board last, we've got the backings, just all of this fundamental stuff that you need, in order to make a nice, comfortable shoe. There's that mesh foam. You know, this is not stuff that you can just go to Joann's and buy either. Okay, I've tried. This is stuff that they specifically make for shoes, for shoemaking, for sneaker making, that you really need to really look to see if you could find. And it's nice that the Shoemaker's Academy just includes it all in one package here. The pattern is in the other box. Okay. Yes, so we are going to be making 2 of these. One of these I'm going to be doing straight up, okay, hand stitching and all that. And that's going to be one color, and then the other color I'm going to be using my sewing machine to show you the steps and the differences, and also I'm going to be board lasting that one. So one of these kits I am going to be doing with you step by step, just everything that's in the kit. We're not going to do anything special, have any other special equipment, maybe a few things that I will mention before we start the video, but nothing crazy, nothing really super expensive. Okay, and then you'd be able to actually make your own shoe, which would be super cool, right? And then the other one that I make, I'm going to do the same exact shoe, except I'm going to be using my post-bed sewing machine, okay, to show how you do it that way. And I'm also going to be board lasting it, okay, and show you, you know, basically the intermediate, the step up in shoemaking. Other fundamental tools that the Shoemakers Academy provides on their website that they provide in these kits, or you can buy them separately. Here are some of them. These are lasting pliers. A lot of times you might need a smaller lasting plier to get into tighter spots, and then you might need a bigger lasting plier for big, more overt pulls of the material. And then they have these basically little hammers here, so you can use to actually hammer down the nails. We've got some outsoles, baby. We've got their black outsole. These are cup outsoles. Cup outsoles are the best when it comes to especially fundamental learning of how to make shoemaking or sneaker making. You know, cup outsoles are my favorite, always will be. Here is a beautiful, very sharp leather skiver. Okay. This thing is fundamental in skiving the edges of your leather so that when you glue them together and stitch them together, there's not these big lumps. Makes everything nice and smooth. Glue eraser. This is a must. And then, last but not least, there are more of the materials that I'm going to be needing in order to make this shoe. Looks like I have some thermoplastic here. Thermoplastic is, this is fundamental for toe puffs, heel counters. It reacts with heat. It'll shape itself up, react to heat, then leave it alone and it'll get hard again, and then that's how you give shoes a lot of their shape. So much stuff I can't even fit it all on the table here, but let's give us a nice zoom out and we can see a lot of what we got here. We're going to be doing a lot of shoemaking here, people. A lot of fundamental, easy to follow shoemaking. If learning how to make sneakers is something that you're interested in, this is a great way to start. You don't have to do too much searching around for what you need, what the right materials are going to be. You're going to be able to get it all one place. And that's really hard to say here in the United States. There's just not a whole lot of resources for stuff like this, you know. This is a dying art, a dying skill, but we're going to keep it alive because it's not just about being producing a product, but it's about being an artist, okay, and about expressing yourself through some type of medium where you create something, okay. And this is one of the most fun things that I have ever done in my short 45 years on this earth. I'm very excited for this opportunity and I can't wait to get started on these kits with you. So definitely stay tuned to see how this all comes together. Okay, Shoemakers Academy, check them out if you're interested in any of this stuff, and I'll see you soon. Remember, real sneakerheads show love. Okay. We good? Alright. Peace.